Right, as we promised you, still focusing in on the higher institutions of learning. We'll cross over to the Free State now. I think we've managed to sort our connection out there. And these higher institutions of learning have started with registration for the prospective and returning students for 2024's academic year. Now, broadcasting from the Central University of Technology, we've got our reporter saying that some students have not been able to register as they await to be approved by the National Student Financial Aid Scheme. Aphumelele Mdlalane is there. Let's get an idea. Have you seen lots of students arriving and the sentiment there? And I know that the whole issue around funding at NSFAS is still a big one, but how big is it at this particular institution?
Well, Leanne, what we have established this morning is that some students are still frustrated over the issue of registration as they are unable to register. Since Monday, others have been returned because of their status of the NSFAS. And however, they are saying that they are returning students and are unable now to further their studies. They are told by the management that they should check their status with the NSFAS. However, we know that the prospective students registration continues. However, the communique that was issued by the university, they said up until the 29th. But this morning we saw long snaking queues of students still saying that they have been admitted by the university and they have come here to register. However, they've been retained. The guest that I was supposed to have, the SRC President, had to now go attend to the issue of the returning students who forced themselves to go inside and wanting to check their financial status, as we know that come next week Monday the academic year for this of course the academic year is supposed to begin. He just joined me now, the SRC President. Just take us through to what you were attending inside. We saw the students going in numbers inside. What is the issue now?
Well, we have returning students that are unable to register because they are financially blocked. Those that were using NSFAS and those that applied for NSFAS. We have first-year students that are financially blocked, although they applied, and some do appear on the funded list of NSFAS. So then what the institution did, we had a student fees committee meeting. Then we agreed to all those categories of students are going to register for free. All that was needed was for returning students from last year that were using NSFAS to be financially blocked automatically. Then the ones that applied, we were going to do it manually, but the institution did not unblock them. So now every day you have a line of over 500 students coming from different provinces just to be financially unblocked so that they can register. What are you saying about the student that's in KZN going to the education practicals in their village? They must pay a bus fare to come to Bloemfontein just to be financially blocked, pay another bus fare and go back home.
You had a meeting with the management yesterday. What was the resolution or the conclusion of that meeting?
Well, there was no resolution in that meeting. The points we were going to discuss was academic exclusion, registration fee, SIC exams, special assessment, completion letters, continuation forms, and residence maintenance. The first point on the agenda was academic exclusion. The meeting started at 2, ended at around 5:30. We were still on the same agenda point. And the meeting did not end. It ended abruptly. They just adjourned it because they could not argue the points we were raising. And the points we were raising were based on policies of the institution. They were raised on resolutions of their own meetings. Even before we were in the SRC, they forgot the resolutions that they had. So now they want to punish students because of their own complacency and incompetence, and we cannot allow it.
So what's the way forward, given that classes are to commence come next week?
Well, I think put into account that for first years, we have under 85% registration. For seniors, I think it is even worse. Yesterday, they said to us we have a shortfall of 10,000 students. So 10,000 students have not registered yet. It's not possible. We told them on the 9th of January in the registration planning that CUT is not ready for registrations. And the fact that registrations for first year were supposed to end on Monday on the 21st, and they are still registering today proves it. The fact that under 30% of seniors have registered, and our registration started 2 days back, proves the institution is not ready. On the 5th of February, students will still be registering, and some will be starting classes, and we cannot allow it. We are trying to save the institution from itself because CUT is repeating the mistakes of before.
Well, Leon, we've heard it all from the SRC President saying that there's still more challenges for prospective students, for returning students, and come next week, classes won't be able to commence with other students still queuing up and still waiting to be approved by NSFAS to be able to be admitted to register for this academic year. It's back to you.
Aphumelele, thank you very, very much. And again, as we said, we'll try and get as many understandings as we can around the country as to how these registration days are going. So stay with us here on Morning Line. Let's take a break. We've got more for you after this.